User groups with lots to say, interviews and more. No way! Sharing great ideas in the tech community. Fascinating conversations, a plethora of information. Find out for yourself today at UGtastic.com.
Hi, it's Mike with UGtastic. I'm here again today with the WebVisions 2013 conference at the Gene Siskel Film Center in Chicago. I'm sitting down with Jennifer Jones, who's the lead organizer for the WebVisions Chicago 2013, and that is a tongue twister to say. But you're the lead organizer, and thank you again for taking the time to sit down with me. I know it's really busy, so we'll be quick. So how did you get involved in the WebVisions conference, and what is your job as lead organizer?
So our executive director and the brain behind WebVisions is Brad Smith, and he is crazy enough to have been doing this for 13 years.
Wow.
And 2 years ago, he said, I'm just crazy enough to take this to 4 other cities in the United States and the world, and I can't do it by myself.
Right.
And our children are the same age, and I have been organizing events at their school.
Okay.
And he and his wife approached me and said, how would you like to organize something a little out of your comfort zone?
Oh, wow.
And so I came on board and started helping him with the logistics of taking it broader.
So you're not somebody who's in the tech industry?
I was not in the tech industry. As a matter of fact, he said you should probably get a Facebook account.
yeah, it's all that stuff.
Okay.
So it has to be but it is something I'm curious about. Coming in and looking at it from a almost an outsider's perspective on the industry, has this been educational or a learning experience beyond just
Very
organizing?
educational, and only in that I feel like at WebVisions specifically in a bubble. After a year of working at the conferences and meeting all of our attendees, I had a conversation with one of our speakers, and I said I was just so impressed with how approachable and nice and affable all of our attendees are. So the tech industry must be the same way. And she said, "Oh my God, where have you been?" I said, "WebVisions."
Yeah.
So I feel like our clientele, if you will, has given me a very nice introduction into an industry which maybe is a little more backbiting and cutthroat than I've experienced.
Well, it definitely usually have a more positive vibe for people to come out for the community. People who are excited about it. They're not,
Right.
It's not just how they make their money. It's
Right.
how they make their lifestyle.
Right. It's very passionate people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many years have you been working? Is this your first year?
No, since 2011.
Oh, since
So
2011.
This is my second round of a full year of WebVision. Chicago kind of rounds that out.
So going from organizing smaller local events to a broader, larger city, what are some of the lessons you've learned or things that have maybe you didn't expect when you were coming in?
It is very challenging coming into a new city, getting to know the area. WebVisions is all about community, so we don't want to just bring the Portland model to a new place. We want to kind of morph it so that it fits the cities that it's in, which means making a lot of local contacts with some influential and really knowledgeable, clever people. And I think the biggest challenge is us not assuming that every city is going to be the same.
Right.
Very, very different. Portland has a very specific vibe, and we are lucky
Well,
enough.
it's for the 90s.
Yes.
The spirit of the 90s is
That's
still
right.
alive.
Where the 30-year-olds go to retire.
Right.
Lots of bicycles and food carts, and we'd love to take all that with us, but then we get to those cities and realize they love what they have just as much. So watching and making sure that we accurately take that community feel in the new city and make that part of the WebVisions feel.
So it's the same content, but wrapped in the culture of the area.
Yes.
And one of the interesting things, I actually worked at one of the companies, or I still work at one of the companies that you did a tour of.
Yes.
Which I thought was very interesting to all of a sudden see people from WebVisions walking through where I work. Is that so? Basically, they're tours that are pre-conference tours of different businesses, and different other studios and shops in the area. Is that a Chicago thing, or is that?
No, those local brilliant people I was telling you about that we contact and say, help us bring WebVisions to your city. One of the things we say to them is, give us a list of some really fabulous companies that are doing innovative work, that are trying to pioneer things in their field and who would be willing to have a small group of attendees come through, and you can have staff members talk to them and tell them why, and tell them what the future is. And we'll cast a wide net, maybe 6 or 7 studios will get an email from us saying, are you interested? And 4 or 5, sometimes 3, sometimes 6 will respond and say, oh my God, we'd love to have you come through.
Yeah, one of my colleagues actually went on the tour last year, and she was able to say, oh yeah, they do this tour thing. I just didn't know if it was a Chicago thing.
No, we do it in Portland, we did it in Atlanta, we do it in Barcelona. This year we took some of the Barcelona model, which was a walking tour, because it's really beautiful when we're there in June. And Barcelona's extremely historic.
Right.
And we're able to wrap around the city and talk about, but of course, there you're getting knowledge from the 1400s.
Right.
And here.
it's the culture, and it's learning that vibe and seeing that in Barcelona it has a very unique, almost ancient culture.
Right.
Chicago, well, not quite so ancient, but it's pretty vibrant.
Right, like some people, so we get a chance to look at some of the history of the area because we walked through Chicago on the studio tours, and I learned things like the river is a man-made river that goes through Chicago, and it flows the wrong way so that you can get things where you need them to go, and that's pretty fascinating stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, it's a very fascinating getting to sit down and chat with you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
User groups with lots to say, interviews and more. No way! Sharing great ideas in the tech community. Fascinating conversations, a plethora of information. Find out for yourself today at UGtastic.com.